What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to a brand new video. It has been quite some time since I uploaded on the channel. My apologies for that. If you want to know some of the reasons why I haven't been uploading, I'll go ahead and say them at the end of the video. But in today's video, the topic is 2 years at Amazon. I have officially been at Amazon for 2 whole years. Crazy. I think like July 20th or July 23rd or somewhere around July of 2 years ago, I got my job at Amazon. I worked there. I've been working there for 2 straight years now. I've been working at the same fulfillment center for the 2 straight years. And today I'm pretty much going to be talking about my experience, how I felt, some of the things I've been through. This video is freestyling, honestly. I don't have anything written down. I have no notes. I'm literally just going to be talking about my experience, how I feel after 2 years. Am I going to continue working at Amazon? Do I still want to be here? Do I like the job? Do I not like it? I'm just going to be talking about a bunch of things Amazon related. Before we do get started, follow me on Instagram at Nathan Padilla, link in the description below, or again at Nathan Padilla if you haven't already. Join my Discord if you haven't already as well. And then one more thing as well, my neighbor is like blasting music super loud. He's been blasting music all day, so if you can hear it in the background, I'm so sorry. I was waiting for several hours for him to stop. He's been doing it since like 9 or 8 a.m. It is now almost 4 p.m. and he still hasn't stopped, so it is what it is. If you can hear it, my apologies, but let's just get straight into this video. So I've been at Amazon for 2 years now. Time has went by. Life has changed so much in the past 2 years. When I first got this job, it was like pretty much at the beginning of the pandemic. It had only been a couple months into the pandemic. Life was completely different at that time. Life has just changed in the last 2 years. I've been through so much stuff in the last 2 years. It's crazy. But when I first started working at Amazon, I know one thing. I've said this on videos before. One thing that I said was that before I started working at Amazon, even before I applied for Amazon, I told myself I was working at a smoothie shop at a time. Actually, I was a manager at a smoothie shop, making like $9 an hour or $8. I think it was like $9.50 or something like that. Basically, I was making dirt. At the time, I was just like I was enjoying my job, but my manager started to become more and more toxic because I was like one of the assistant managers basically, and my main manager started to become so much more toxic. The owners of the franchise ended up becoming really toxic, and I remember like whenever I applied to Amazon, I didn't have it planned. This wasn't something planned. I wasn't looking to get a job at Amazon. Previously, before I started working at Amazon, it is something that I wanted to do. Like I had always told myself I want to work at Amazon, but the facilities in my city were not hiring at all. I live in Houston, by the way, for anyone wondering. The facilities here weren't hiring at all, and when they were hiring, the positions would get filled like almost instantly. So I would never be able to catch them while they're hiring. And at the time, I literally didn't plan on working at Amazon. I still plan on working at that smoothie shop for a while longer until I could find something better. I didn't know what something better would be, but I was looking for sure because during that time, I really did enjoy my job. I really enjoyed working there. I enjoyed being a manager there. I really enjoyed my time. I enjoyed my coworkers. Everything there was calm. It was like really fun. Really nice job. But again, like I said, my managers were super toxic. And there was just a day, I don't remember exactly what happened anymore, but there was just a day where I got off my shift and I had like one of the worst days ever there because of my managers. They were being extremely toxic. They basically ruined my entire day. And I was just like, man, like this is it. Like this, I remember getting home from work one day really pissed off because they basically ruined my day. And I was just like, you know what? This is it. I'm going to go online and I'm going to find another job. I'm going to start applying right now because I'm so done with this. It was just one of those what is it saying? Spur of the moment? Is that how you say it? It was one of those type of deals where I didn't plan it. Like the day before, I didn't know that I was going to be applying to another job the following day, but it ended up happening. I got home, I was just like, man, screw this. I got on my laptop. I started applying everywhere. I applied for like UPS, I applied for FedEx, and then I found Amazon. And like I said, I had always wanted to work at Amazon prior to working at the smoothie shop. Even when I was younger, I had always like said that I kind of want to work at Amazon. It seems like it could be cool, it could be interesting. And I hadn't heard all the horror stories that everyone always talks about on Reddit. I hadn't always heard those horror stories. I had just thought that Amazon would be a cool place to work, and I always wanted to work there. So I ended up looking like for jobs near me, and one of the things that I found was Amazon. I was like, oh crap, like they're actually hiring. And I didn't think much of it. I was like, I'll apply. I won't get the job. I'm really bad at getting jobs for some reason. Like I never get calls back or anything. And it's just like, I was like, I'll apply. This sounds interesting. And yeah, and then I applied, and then like literally as I applied, or right when I finished applying, right when I submitted the application, I got the job. I got an email saying, choose your hiring date, so we can get your badge picture taken and all this stuff. And I was like, wait, what? what do you mean? Like, I don't have to do an interview or anything? I was so confused, and I didn't know that that's how Amazon worked. I didn't know that that's how Amazon ran their company. Like, you just apply and you automatically get the job. So that was crazy. I ended up starting a week later, and here I am. That's my journey to Amazon. I just got fed up with my job. I applied the same night, and I got the job literally as I applied. And I even remember telling my spouse at the time, I remember telling her, like, I got the job. Like, I got the job. I don't know how, but yeah, and she didn't believe me either. And I was like, I don't even believe it, but I guess we'll go to the hiring event and we'll see. Or not the hiring event, but like the first day event, and we'll see. And it ended up being true. Like, I ended up getting the job. So that's how I got the job. I remember at the time too, it was a seasonal position, and I was like, do I take it? Do I risk it? Because what if the seasonal term ends and then now I'm completely out of job? I already had this apartment at the time. I was already renting the place, so I couldn't really afford to lose my job. But I was just like, man, let's just go for the risk. Let's risk it. I'm gonna take this job. I'm gonna quit my other job, or I'm gonna tell them that I'll be back in a couple months. I never came back, but I remember that. I told them that, and then Amazon hired me on permanently, and I'm very grateful for that. So past 2 years, if you've been watching this channel for a while now, I actually did this video last year when I made 1 year at Amazon. So a year ago is when I kind of started, at that point, that's when I kind of consistently started uploading on this channel pretty much multiple times per week, every single week. And my first comeback video, because I had made some videos before then, but I kind of stopped for a really long time. And my first comeback video was 1 year at Amazon. And if you remember at the time, I was really fed up with Amazon. I was really burnt out. I was really tired. I hated so much of the stuff about working there. I was I was unhappy. I was really, not really unhappy, but I was unhappy with Amazon. I just wasn't feeling myself there anymore. And yeah, but before I started working at Amazon, my plan was to stay at whatever job it was, whether it was Amazon or whether it was a different job. I had a plan and I had a goal. No matter where I start working, I'm going to stay here for at least 3 years. 2 years minimum if I really don't like the job that much, but I'm going to stay here for at least 2 to 3 years, preferably 3, but my ultimate goal was 2 to 3 years, 100%. I told myself this because at the time I was still in college. I was definitely still in college. I hadn't graduated yet, and I told myself, I need to get something on my resume, because the longest job that I had on my resume really was like a year, and it was like 11 months. And I did have another warehouse job experience, but it was kind of like a summer job. So technically I did work there for almost 3 years, but it was only during the summer. So I didn't have a real job on my resume. I didn't have a job where I was actually consistently working there every single day. Monday through Friday or Monday through Thursday, whatever the schedule was. I wasn't working anywhere for more than 11 months. And I was like, this looks horrible on a resume. And at the time I was getting my degree. I have my degree now. I don't plan on using it anymore. But at the time I was doing that because I wanted to meet this goal so that I could have something good on my resume for when I get my degree, and so I can start applying to jobs. And I could show jobs that, hey, I've been at a certain job for a certain amount of time and I'm willing and dedicated to stay somewhere. And that was my goal back then, and it still is my goal now. And I would say now that I've hit 2 years, I finally achieved that goal. What comes next, I'll talk about that probably later in the video, but that was my goal. I wanted to stay here for 2 to 3 years. And let's talk about the 2 years. Let's talk about what I've done within those last 2 years. I've been through a couple burnout periods with Amazon. I think I've probably been through 2 or 3. I've been through the really, really bad first one, which came around the year mark, like right when I hit my year mark and I made that video last year. I was going through a really, really tough burnout period. I was going through a period of time where I just didn't want to be at work anymore. I almost thought about applying. Actually, I do remember looking at other jobs. I looked elsewhere. I just couldn't stand it. I didn't like it at all. And like I said, I was going through a really tough burnout period. But what really helped me get through those periods was making these videos. Because I started making these videos, I started gaining an audience. I started being able to chat with a lot of you guys, hang out with a lot of you guys, talk to you on my comments. Every time I would release a video, I'd get so much positive feedback. And I grew a community. Together, we all grew a community. And that kind of pushed me through that burnout period, that original burnout period that I had. It kind of pushed me out of that, and it got me through it for real. You guys helped get me through that first burnout period. So thank you so much for that, because before then, the first year at Amazon, I actually really, I wouldn't say super enjoyed the job, but it was moderately good. It was moderately fine. Especially like the first 6 months, I was like, this is so easy. It's such an easy job. I don't see why people complain about it so much. It is such an easy job. That was like the first like 6 to 8 months at Amazon. Like I said, once I hit the year mark, I started to go through a burnout period, mostly just because it's the same thing day in and day out. It gets so boring. At the time, they weren't allowing us to wear headphones, or not. They still don't allow us to wear headphones, but they didn't. There was going to be a rule where they were going to not let us bring our phones into the facility at all. So there was that going on. I didn't like that at all. There were so many things that were just wrong at Amazon. Since that year, a lot of it's been fixed. Like, they've changed the Amazon phone policy to where now you can permanently bring your phone into the facility. You're still not allowed to be on it, but you can bring it into the facility, which was a huge problem with me. They've changed a lot of other policies that to me were huge negatives about working there. And overall, like, a lot of the things have changed in Amazon in a more positive direction, in my opinion. Still not the most perfect job, but I think that things are a lot better now than they were when I was here 2 years ago. Like, not gonna lie, things have gotten so much better. So the first year, like I said, had that burnout period. After that, I mean, I went through 2 more burnout periods. One of them was very brief. It was like 2 to 4 weeks, and I ended up taking some time off during that period too, because I just couldn't stand it. Like, this was a couple months after the first burnout period, like maybe 3 or 4 months afterwards, and I was going through a really, really bad burnout period. Like I said, it didn't last that long, but there was a point in time where I was just, they trained me for pick. I hated pick so much. They were having me do it all the time. And I really started to hate my work there. I hated pick. I hated being there. It was super stressful. Like, not super stressful, but I went in every day and I was like, this is so boring. I am tired of this. This is not like creatively satisfying me. This is not fulfilling enough for me. This is extremely boring. I am so tired of the management. I am so tired of having to pick every day, even though I want to do stow. I hate doing pick all the time. At the time, I was going through a really bad burnout period, and it was to the point where every time I would get in, I would want to clock out immediately. And I was using a lot of time off, or not a lot, but I was using some time off, and I was just thinking, like, I just want to go home. Every time I was there was like several weeks in a row where I was like, I don't think I could do this anymore. Like, I might end up quitting my job now. And even at that time, the YouTube channel was still doing, like, it was doing well at that time, and I was just like, yeah, it's doing well, but I don't know if I want to be here. But again, I think the YouTube stuff helped me out a little bit, and taking some time off. I think I took 2 weeks off around that time. I just took 2 straight weeks off. I was just like, yeah, I got back and I was refreshed a little bit. Taking that time off was definitely necessary. Again, I got 2 full weeks off of Amazon, and it was so refreshing. It was really, really nice. I really, really enjoyed it, and I was so happy. When I came back, I was still a little bit on like a little bit of a drought, but I was so much more refreshed than I was before that. So that burnout period passed. I went through going through how I still feel about the job now, which is, it's just fine. It's cool. Like, working at Amazon to me is literally just fine. I'm not one of those people who's gonna bash it a shit ton and hate on it a lot. I'm not one of those people. I don't hate Amazon to death. There's so many people out there who will sit there and bash the job a lot, and for a lot of right reasons sometimes. But for the most part, it's such an easy job. It's such an easy way to get paid, and it's not always like that. It can be a little bit difficult, but it's fine. The job is fine. It's not the greatest job. It's not the best job in the world, but it's also not the worst job in the world. It's literally in the okay section. Like, it's not great. It's not bad. Sometimes I think it's good. Sometimes I do think it's a little bit crap. But for the most part, like I said, like, I've always felt moderate about this job. Like, I've never really truly been unhappy there for an extended period of time. That passed. Again, I went through another burnout period. This one didn't last that long. If I remember correctly, this one like lasted a month as well. So I think I've had like 3 out of the 2 years that I've been here, out of the 24 months that I've been here, I've had like 3 burnout periods where I just haven't felt great about it. But I've passed through all of them, and I think the most recent one was probably maybe, I don't even know how long ago it was. It was a while back now, but I haven't been burned out for a while. Thankfully, I wouldn't surprise me if I went through another burnout period, but right now and for the past few months, I've literally just been chilling. I've been vibing and enjoying my job. Like, I've been thankful to work there. It pays the bills, it pays the rent, everything is great. I'm happy. I'm satisfied. I'm not satisfied, but I am happy. I am doing okay, and I'm just chilling. I'm vibing. I've finally completed my 2-year goal. Am I going to go to 3 years? I don't know. And I've basically talked about how I've felt about working at Amazon. I've been through some burnout periods, but I still think the job is okay. Past few months, I've actually been pretty happy with it. I've been fine. It's been okay. It's been there. I've been able to work and then just come home. And yeah, but let's get into future, I guess. Let's get into what am I going to do next. I get this question all the time, and I always say the same thing, but things are kind of changing. If you guys have been watching the channel for a while, you know that like things have changed a lot over the past like 6 months, past year. My life has changed a lot. A lot of things have happened. You guys know exactly what I'm referencing. I've been through some stuff. I have also been through some other stuff. I've been really stressed, and life has taken a turn that I did not expect over the past 8 months, but especially within the past like 3 or 4 months. Life has taken a turn that I did not expect. A lot of things have happened. A lot of things have changed. I've become sort of a different person. Not a different person, but I've changed. My perspective on things has changed. My view on a lot of things has changed. And it's just, I've been going through a period where I just don't know what's next. I literally do not know what's next. Previously, I've always said that I wanted to just stay at Amazon and keep doing YouTube on the side for as long as I possibly can, and just do my best in YouTube. Things have changed now. I still want to do YouTube. I still want to completely do YouTube as much as I possibly can. I want to do my best in it. But for the past couple of weeks and the past couple of month or two, I've gone through almost a depression. Like I've been pretty unmotivated, not to just do YouTube things, but just to do things in general. Like I've literally just, I wake up and I sit in bed and I just want to stay in bed, and I haven't been happy mentally. I haven't been there mentally. I have not been feeling good. And I'm going to open up a little bit here. I have not been happy. For the past couple of months, I haven't, especially July, not happy at all. And that's been changing things a lot. Like that has been changing my life a lot. I've said this on live stream. I've been super unmotivated. I haven't wanted to do anything, honestly. I've just wanted to sit in bed all day and not go outside and not do much. It's changing, thankfully. Over the last couple of days, I've been wanting to change that a lot more. There's a lot of things that I want to integrate into my life that might help for the positive. And yeah, but my goals with the Amazon, I think I've completed them now. I've done what I can do at Amazon, and I will probably be here for the rest of the time while I'm living in the city, which brings me on to something else I should talk about too. I don't think I plan on living in Houston anymore. There's nothing left here for me. I have my mom, I have my grandparents, and I have my family, of course, but I've always, for the past decade, probably more, I was 13, 10 years ago, so probably for the last decade, I have wanted to move out. Not move out, I've always been curious about moving out of state. I didn't really think Texas was for me, and things have gotten worse in Texas over the last few years. Things have gotten significantly worse. I'm tired of living in the South, and I think I'm getting to that point where it's just like, I don't think I want to be here anymore. And I've been researching lately, I've been thinking about it, and I went to Chicago back in January, loved it a lot. Went to Hawaii back in September, loved that a lot. Went to New York a couple of years ago, like in 2019, back in April. I've been to New Orleans, been to a lot of places, and I've had some experience. I've been to Puerto Rico. I've had some experiences with some places, and I've been doing more research on the cost of living. I've been doing more research on just a lot of different things in life. And it's kind of come to that point where I think that I do want to leave Texas, and I do want to leave Houston. I love Houston. I love Houston with all my life. I don't like Texas at all, but I love Houston so much. I really love Houston. It's a great city to live in. For me, it's one of the greatest cities I've ever lived in and been to. I've only lived in this city, so I can't say lived in, but it's one of the greatest cities I've ever been to. Probably put that second, to be honest, maybe third after Honolulu. But I love Houston with all my life. And I want to come back here and create a family, settle down, enjoy life, buy a house, all that things. I want to do all these things in Houston. Houston is my home. I love Houston with all my life. But for the past, like I said, the past decade, I've always had that urge and itch to just get out of here and at least try life somewhere else and at least experience a life elsewhere. And honestly, I probably would have done it already if I wasn't in a relationship, if I wasn't with somebody for the past couple of years, but I'm no longer in that relationship, and it's just me now. I don't really have that many friends here, to be honest. Like I can count with my hand I can count on my hand how many friends I have. I have family members, but I don't really see them that often. I love my family so much, but to be honest, I'd probably see them just as much as if I were living outside of the state as I do now. So I have been highly considering moving out of the state. So if I do, I don't think I'll be sticking with Amazon. What does that mean for the channel? I don't know. I literally don't know anything that's going on right now. Like, I've been going through such a crazy changing period where things are just changing lately, and change is good. change is good. You can't stay stagnant in your life. You can't live the same life forever. Things change, people change, everything changes. You change, I change. It's just what happens. And yeah, YouTube is still my main goal, still my main priority, but I haven't been uploading for the past couple of weeks. Obviously, I've been not only on this channel, but on my other channel as well. Like I said, I've been unmotivated. I've been kind of depressed. I feel myself slipping into a depression, which I want to do something about. And I haven't been in the right mental state, but I'm trying to get back into that state. I'm trying to get back into my grind mode. I'm trying to work hard. I'm trying to do my best. And so I've just been working on that lately. And so what's next at Amazon? Like I said, I don't know. I've completed my goals. I'm gonna see what's going on going forward. Who knows? Chances are I could definitely see myself still living in Houston a year from now. I could definitely see myself signing my lease again. My lease is up next year, like in the first half of next year. As of right now, I'm not planning on re-signing it, but I could definitely see it happening. I love this apartment. I love the city. I could definitely see it happening. But as of right now, I don't think, unless things change, unless something positive happens, unless something good happens here, then maybe I'll stay. But as of right now, I think I am planning on kind of getting out of the state, trying to go somewhere else. I have some cities in mind. There's one, if you've talked to me on stream, you'll know which one I'm talking about, but there is a city that I have in mind. And yeah, nothing's guaranteed in this life. Tomorrow's not guaranteed. I don't know what's going to happen. Like I said, I do plan on moving. I'm starting to want to plan to move out to a different state. Don't know if that's actually going to happen. It's just an idea. Anything could happen in the next year. And so for right now, what's next with Amazon? I literally do not know. But I do enjoy the job. It's been fine. I've been enjoying my time here. I've been enjoying my life in Houston. I love living here so much. I like working at Amazon. It's such a simple job. It is still so easy. And I'm happy. I'm happy here. I'm happy with Amazon. But I'm not gonna, I don't know. I guess we'll see where life takes me over the next year. And don't worry, if you're still subscribing to this channel, please don't worry. I'm not going to just quit making content out of nowhere. I know I've taken a break, and I might even continue to take a break that I've been on, but I wanted to upload today specifically. I wanted to create a video because I miss talking to you guys, and right now, this is warming my heart. Doing this right now is making me so happy. I love streaming so much. If you haven't watched my streams, I've been streaming lately. Probably going to be streaming again so many times this week. I've loved streaming lately. I really love hanging out with you guys and chatting about just anything. So please come into my streams if you haven't before. I'm always live streaming on YouTube, so check that out. Uploads, I'm not sure what's going to happen. I can't promise any schedule anymore. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, I'll be back with a video on Friday, guys, or I'll be back with 2 videos next week or 3 videos next week. I can't promise that anymore because, like I said, I've been unmotivated lately. I've been unhappy lately, and not with Amazon or anything like that, but I've just been unhappy in my life in general lately. So I'm trying to fix those things. I'm trying to work on my mental health so that I can present the best of me to you guys. And yeah, almost a guarantee that I'm going to be at Amazon for the rest of the year. I think that's pretty much certain unless I randomly get fired or something like that. It's pretty much a guarantee that I will be here for the rest of the year. So content, I'm going to try to keep releasing content for as long as I'm motivated. And I guess let's just get on to why I haven't been uploading. I already said a couple of the reasons. 1, unmotivated, a little bit like unhappy in life is 2. I've just been unhappy in life in general. 3, this is a big one. I've honestly completely run out of ideas. I am completely out of ideas with like Amazon content. That's another reason I haven't been uploading lately. I have not been able to think of any ideas, and I don't know what else to upload. I've been uploading almost every single week, or not even almost, pretty much every single week, 3 times a week for the last year and a half, and I have exhausted so much on the Amazon content that I'm out of ideas. If you have any ideas for videos, drop them down in the comments below. But another reason that I just kind of stopped uploading is because I don't have anything to talk about. I don't know what to talk about. There hasn't been any breaking news with Amazon. There hasn't been any huge like earth-shattering news with Amazon or anything. There just hasn't been anything in general to talk about. I've talked about so many other things with the Amazon content, so I'm kind of just out of ideas now. It's another reason that I haven't been uploading as well. I'm kind of just out of ideas. So if you have any video ideas, please drop them down in the comments below so I can film some more video ideas. But that's one of the other reasons that I haven't uploaded lately. It's just because I'm out of ideas. But going forward, again, I can't promise when I'm going to release. I can't promise anything like that. Just know that right now, I'm just kind of focusing on my mental health first so that I can present the best of me to you guys. Because if I'm not happy, I don't want to come on here and force a video and make one. Right now, I'm in a good mental state. At this certain time of day, I'm just in a good mental state, so I decided to make a video. I haven't been previously. I haven't been wanting to make videos, and it's not up to me. I mean, it's up to me, but my mental health is the most important. I'm going to prioritize my mental health before I do uploading on YouTube. And I think that'll just work out for the best. So again, not sure what's up with the channel. I'm going to continue to upload as much as I can. Again, if you have any video ideas, let me know. But yeah, that's pretty much 2 years at Amazon. 2 years ago, life was completely different. Completely different. We were in the middle of pandemic. I was in a relationship that I really, really enjoyed. And things are just completely different now. My life has taken such a crazy turn. Like I plan on, as of right now, I plan on leaving the state, which is crazy. But like I said, there's nothing for me here. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Again, I love you guys all so much. Thank you for 3,600 subscribers. I hit that recently, so thank you guys so much. Thank you for the life you've given me and you've blessed me with. Trust me, creating these videos and everything that's happened over the past 2 years has been the greatest time of my life. I have really, really enjoyed being able to do this. I've been able to enjoy having people tell me they enjoy my content. And there's been so many people lately for some reason, especially in my live streams, that have been saying, I started watching you for your Amazon videos, but now I just like you as a person and I've watched your content as a person. And that just, like, it almost makes me want to cry. Like, genuinely, it almost makes me want to cry. Thank you guys so much. I really, really love you guys so much. I appreciate you more than you could ever imagine. And if I quit Amazon and I stop making videos at some point, don't worry, because if you really, really appreciate the content that I make and you enjoy me as a person, like a lot of you have been saying, I have another channel. And I might have other channels. I will always continue to upload on YouTube for as long as I possibly can. As long as I can physically and mentally do it, I will, because I love this. This is my life. YouTube is still my number one priority. Above all else, above everything, YouTube is my number one priority. I've just been taking it slow lately because I haven't been able to be there mentally. But I love you guys so much, and I am so thankful for you. You guys will never understand how thankful I truly am for you guys. I love you all, and thank you so much for watching all the content. It sounds like I'm doing some type of retirement speech. I'm not. I'll probably be back with another video in the next couple of weeks. Trust me. But I'm so grateful for you guys. Seriously. If you haven't already, join my Discord. Follow me on Instagram at Nathan. Follow me on Twitter at Nathan. I don't use Twitter much, but follow me on there anyways. And yeah, I'm gonna end this video there, guys. That's 2 years at Amazon. Let's hope for the rest of my tenure being great. I might be here for another 3 years. I might be here for another 4 years. I might move out of state and get a completely different job next year. I might do anything. Anything's gonna happen. I might take YouTube full time next year. Who knows? Life is changing. My goals are changing. Everything's realigning. I love you guys. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Don't worry about me. I'm trying my hardest. I'm doing my best. And I'm so sorry that I haven't been uploading. But mentally, I've needed the rest. I've needed the break. Thank you all so much. I'll be live streaming sometime soon, so always check that out. Peace.